Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I talk about all things anime and manga. Today, I'm going to discuss the 10 biggest changes that Netflix made in its live-action adaptation of One Piece, the legendary series by Eiichiro Oda. If you haven't watched the show yet, be warned that this video contains spoilers for One Piece Season 1. Without further ado, let's get started. 10. Garp conducted Gold Roger's execution. The first change that Netflix made was to have Vice Admiral Garp, Luffy's grandfather, lead the execution of Gold Roger, the Pirate King. In the manga and anime, Garp was not present at the execution, and it was an unnamed Marine officer who announced Roger's final words. This change gives Garp a more personal connection to Roger and his legacy, and also foreshadows his role in the story later on. 9. Familiar faces are revealed right away during the execution. Another change that Netflix made was to show some important characters who were at Roger's execution, such as Shanks, Mihawk, Smoker, and Dragon. In the manga and anime, these characters were not shown the first time Roger's death was depicted, and they were revealed gradually throughout the story. Netflix's decision to show them right away gives the audience a glimpse of the major players in the world of One Piece, and also sets up some of the future arcs and conflicts. 8. Shanks is older during the execution flashback. The next change that Netflix made was to make Shanks older in the flashback of Roger's execution. In the manga and anime, Shanks was only 15 years old when he witnessed Roger's death, and he looked like a young boy. In the Netflix show, Shanks is in his early 20s, and he looks more mature and experienced. This change makes Shanks seem more credible as a member of Roger's crew, and also as a mentor figure for Luffy. 7. Syrup Village now has horror elements. The fourth change that Netflix made was to add some horror elements to the Syrup Village arc, where Luffy and his crew meet Usopp and fight against Captain Kuro. In the manga and anime, Syrup Village was a peaceful and idyllic place, where the only threat was Kuro's plan to kill Kaya, the rich girl who Usopp befriended. In the Netflix show, Syrup Village is a dark and creepy place, where Kuro has been killing and eating the villagers for years, and where Usopp is haunted by the ghosts of his dead parents. This change makes the arc more intense and dramatic, and also gives Usopp a more tragic backstory. 6. Don Krieg is written out. The fifth change that Netflix made was to write out Don Krieg, the pirate captain who attacked the Barati restaurant, where Luffy and his crew met Sanji. In the manga and anime, Don Krieg was the main antagonist of the Barati arc, and he had a large fleet of ships and weapons. In the Netflix show, Don Krieg only makes a brief appearance in the first episode, where he is defeated by Mihawk. Instead, the main antagonist of the Barati arc is Arlong, the fishman pirate who enslaved Nami and her village. This change makes the arc more focused and streamlined, and also connects it more directly to Nami's story. 5. Nami and Zoro are introduced together. The sixth change that Netflix made was to introduce Nami and Zoro together, instead of separately. In the manga and anime, Nami was introduced in the first chapter, where she stole a map of the Grand Line from Buggy the Clown. Zoro was introduced in the second chapter, where he was imprisoned by Captain Morgan in Shell's Town. In the Netflix show, Nami and Zoro are both introduced in the second episode, where they are both captured by Buggy in Orange Town. This change makes the introduction of the main characters more efficient and balanced, and also creates some interesting interactions between Nami and Zoro. 4. Flashbacks are handled differently. The seventh change that Netflix made was to handle the flashbacks of the main characters differently. In the manga and anime, the flashbacks of Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, and Sanji were shown in separate episodes, usually before or after their respective arcs. In the Netflix show, the flashbacks of Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are shown in the first episode, intercut with the present-day scenes. The flashbacks of Usopp and Sanji are shown in the fourth and sixth episodes, respectively, during their arcs. This change makes the flashbacks more integrated and relevant to the current plot, and also gives the audience a better understanding of the main characters from the start. 3. Koby has a much bigger role. The eighth change that Netflix made was to give Koby, the Marine cadet who befriended Luffy in the first episode, a much bigger role. In the manga and anime, Koby only appeared in the first and last episodes of the season, where he helped Luffy escape from the Marines and then joined Garp's training. In the Netflix show, Koby appears in every episode, and he acts as a spy and a liaison for Luffy and his crew. He also helps them fight against Buggy, Kuro, and Arlong, and he develops a friendship with Nami. This change makes Koby more involved and important to the story, and also shows his growth and development as a Marine. 2. Buggy has a real circus. The ninth change that Netflix made was to give Buggy, the clown pirate who fought against Luffy in Orange Town, a real circus. In the manga and anime, Buggy's crew was composed of generic pirates who wore clown-themed outfits. In the Netflix show, Buggy's crew is composed of actual circus performers, such as acrobats, jugglers, fire breathers, and animal tamers. They also have a circus tent and a wagon, and they put on shows for the townspeople. This change makes Buggy's crew more colorful and unique, and also adds some humor and spectacle to the arc. 1. Nami is more combat-ready. The 10th and final change that Netflix made was to make Nami, the navigator and thief of Luffy's crew, more combat-ready. In the manga and anime, Nami was mostly a support character who relied on her wits and tricks to fight. She only used a staff as a weapon, and she did not have any special abilities. In the Netflix show, Nami is more skilled and confident in fighting. She uses a sword as a weapon, and she also has a special ability called weather control, which allows her to manipulate the weather and create storms. This change makes Nami more powerful and versatile, and also hints at her future upgrade in the manga and anime. So, these are the 10 biggest changes that Netflix made in its live-action adaptation of One Piece. What do you think of these changes? Do you like them or hate them? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more anime and manga content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.